Everything Chris. 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 And then you went to what Division One school did you go to in the States?
I went to Loyola University, Maryland. So it's
Oh, yeah, the same one that Ashley Hamilton went to.
No, he went to, I think, Marymount, which is on the
Oh,
West
yeah.
Coast in California
Okay.
and Long Beach.
So many of them.
I was on the other side. I was on the East Coast in Baltimore near DC.
Okay.
Yeah, so I was like in The Wire and all that.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
you
Hamilton
didn't cast in that film.
surfing on the beach. I was dodging bullets in Baltimore.
Oh, man. So how was that? Oh, how long was you there for? 4 years?
Yeah, 4 years.
Yeah.
I did 1 year of prep school at Maine Central Institute up in
Yeah.
Maine, and then I went down there and I was there for 4 years, and it was great, man. I loved it. The school was, really, really nice school, in a very nice area of the city. Met a lot of great people there. The basketball was good. We were a mid-major school in the Metro Atlantic Athletic Conference, the MAC. So we played against decent competition, and I just had a great experience there. Obviously, it was a bit of a culture shock coming from Canada down to the States, and then coming from, a suburban kind of town outside of Toronto to go into like a rougher type of city like Baltimore with, there's a lot of gun violence and stuff there. But
Yeah.
we saw that and we recognized that kind of stuff, but
you kind of avoided it.
We stayed in our good parts of the city, and I had a great time there. And I love Baltimore. It's an amazing city and with some great people there. So yeah, overall I had an amazing experience there. My coach was Jimmy Patsos. He was the assistant coach at Maryland. So right after they won the national championship in 2002, he came over and started coaching at Loyola. So I had a great coach, great coaching staff, great teammates. I loved it there.
So you managed to avoid all that antics that was going on outside of basketball in Baltimore. So how was that though? Like you nail it though. Was it in the back of your mind?
There's always a few stories that come up, and probably a few that I can't really tell on camera. Yeah. But there's the one that always stands out to me was my first summer. When you go to Division One, they typically make you come down and do at least one summer school session. There's 2 summer school sessions. They make you do one to get some extra credits just in case you screw up during the year, so you have some credits to fall back on. So my first summer, I stayed in these townhouses that were just off campus near the street called York Road. And there was a CVS, so it's kind of like a Boots or like a big pharmacy kind of convenience store. And that was about 500 yards away from where we were. We were in the backyard, having a few drinks, relaxing, and then we just hear like pop pop. We hear like fireworks, and
oh damn!
I'm just like, what's that? And everyone there who's already been going to the school for a while, they're like, let's go inside for a while. So we go inside, turn on the news, and some guy had been shot with a shotgun like in the parking lot. Literally, like 500 feet from us. So that was a big eye opener and like a culture shock. Like, this is the stuff when I was growing up you saw on TV or in the movies or whatever. And now I was like, wow, this is a reality down here. Like this is some people's communities and their lives. So big time difference from what I was used to.
Okay, cool. So we're fast forwarding now. So what was your transition from, say, when you finished college and coming up to Sheffield? What was you doing between that time? Just before
my mom was born in England, so I knew I knew I could apply for my British passport. So I did that my sophomore or my junior year while I was at Loyola. So I knew when I was coming up to graduation, I was like, okay, I want to play pro basketball in Europe. People had told me, if you have a passport, you have Bosnian status, so it typically makes it easier for you to get a job on most of these European teams because you don't count as an import, you count as just like a Bosnian. So I got that passport. I signed with an agent coming out, and then he hadn't found me a job or anything, and I graduated. I went back up to Toronto, and it was actually I was at my house in Toronto, and this was right around the pre-draft time. And I got a call from the head of player development at the Toronto Raptors. His name's
All right.
Courtney Charles, really good guy, and he's said we're doing pre-draft workouts right now. You know, sometimes guys can't show up, and we might need you to fill a spot or whatever, something like that. So he's like, "Are you available?" And I was like, "Hell yeah, I'm available.
Yeah.
Like I'm ready.
Cool.
You know, get my shot in front of the Raptors." So I waited for about two and a half weeks, and I didn't get a call, and I didn't think I was going to get a call, and then all of a sudden the phone rang, and he said, you know, it was like 8 or 9 at night, and he was like, "We need you at the gym for 8 a.m. Can you be here?" And I was like, "Yes, I'll be
Of
there."
course.
So I shot down there. I did a pre-draft workout with the Raptors. Dante Green, who went to Syracuse, was in my workout. Roy
All right.
Hibbert, who went to Georgetown and then went to the Pacers. He was in my workout, and then a couple other guys. And you know, I had a great workout. Like I couldn't miss a shot in it. But obviously, I wasn't at that level for the NBA. They weren't really looking at me anyways. It was more for the other guys. But out of that workout, I got to meet Leo Routens, who at the time was the head coach of Team Canada. And he kind of took me under his wing after that. And from that workout, I went and started working out with the Canadian developmental team, like literally left that practice and went to another practice with the Canadian developmental team. And then
Really?
from there, he introduced me to my agent, Bernie Lee. And then Bernie got me my first gig in Europe. So I went from that first year I played in Cyprus.
Yeah. How was that?
And then I played in Luxembourg, and then I played in France. And I started the season in France, and then I left in November. And I didn't have another job lined up, but I told the team, okay, I'm just going to fly to London and wait for a job, because if I'm in Europe, it would be quicker for a team to pick me up.
Yeah.
And I was in London waiting for a job, and Sheffield had emailed me over the summer. So I went on to Eurobasket, whatever. I was like, let's see where Sheffield's at. And they were like #1 in the league that year. It was like 2009, 2010. So I was like, let me shoot a quick email to Sheffield, you know? And then Atiba responded. They invited me up to one of their practices, and they offered me a contract like right after that, the next day. So it was just like, it was kind of a whirlwind. I didn't know like what was going to happen, and you know, I knew I had a good practice, but they were like, "Yeah, we really like you. We want you to come in." And they actually had a player who was injured at the time, so it was a perfect opportunity.
Perfect timing, isn't it?
Yeah, step in and get good minutes right away. So, and literally, I signed there in December, and we won the cup at the end of January. So like within a month of me getting there, we had won a piece of silverware. So it was just like, it couldn't have been the better start to my career in the BBL.
That's amazing. And how was that winning that cup, man? How was that challenge and that journey to winning the cup, man?
It was dope. Like I think my second game here, we played Leicester Riders in the semifinal, and we won that game. Yeah. And then like it was like my third, fourth, maybe fifth game was the cup final.
Yeah.
And that, like, you know, back then that was a team where we had Tafari Toney, Mike Cook, Perry Lawson.
Yeah, Zach as well. Zach, was Zach there?
No, Zach was 2 seasons later he came. But we had Todd Cawthorn.
Who's another player I'm thinking of? Sheffield. Forgot his name now. Wing. I think he's forward. Can't remember his name. And I know him as well. He's from East London.
Zach Gachette?
Huh?
Zach Gachette?
Big guy.
East London. Zach Gachette.
I know Zach. His name's out of my head, and I know him very well. That's the joke. His name is gone out of my head now.
It'll come back. So we had a good we had a solid team that year. You know, Mike Cook was our gun that year. He got player of the year that year, and I had some great vets on the team like Todd Cawthorn, who would, you know, he's a BBL legend, and just guys like that who kind of, you know, just a great introduction to the team and the league. It was
Olu.
Big O, Olu Babalola, my guy.
There we go. Big
O, the Wing King.
Wing King, yeah.
yeah. He started the Wing Kings. He runs a restaurant in Sheffield. Yeah.
Oh, dope, man.
Yeah. Shout out to Olu and the Wing Kings.
Yeah, I need to go to one of the spots there when I come back.
You definitely do. The funny thing about Olu is that before he stopped playing basketball and got into the cooking side, he used to cook for us, like at the team house.
Oh,
So
really?
we were like his guinea pigs over the years. Like he was trying out all his different recipes on us and seeing what we liked, what we didn't like, and now he's doing it as his full-time gig. So it's pretty funny
That's
how the way the world works like that.
that's good, man. That's dope. So
Yeah.
when you came,
Everything, Chris. Everything, Chris. Everything, Chris. Everything, Chris.